Hello everyone, it's Marcia I'm here with Peacecraft Love. It's time for the March MakerSqad Hop. You can follow along in the description box below, and when you want to create and share, please use the hashtag PCL MakerSqad Hop. We are introducing a new theme for the next 2 months for March and April. Everything will be Alice in Wonderland, tea party type themes. This is one of my favorite classics. I love everything about Alice. I recently read the book. I don't know if I had ever read it before. Wow, it's a crazy adventure. I need to read Through the Looking Glass, but so far I've only just read Alice in Wonderland itself. But I just love how imaginative everything is, how colorful and bright and childlike. And I think that's just something that we need to remember to embrace. It's a nice escape from reality, you know? So anyways, for my projects for the MakerSqad Hop this month, I used exclusively the Epco Park collection called Alice in Wonderland. Here we have it here. This is the older collection. I believe they came out with a companion collection, if you will, this year or end of last year maybe. But I'm using the papers in shop from the original Alice in Wonderland collection. The colors are just so bright and beautiful. I love the butterflies, the keys, the colors are just really rich. I absolutely love this collection. So I created a couple cards, a tag, bookmark, and then a really fun 3-dimensional project. So I will start by showing you the cards. So for the first one, again, I'm just using paper that from the collection, as well as elements from the frames and tags set. These are always full of wonderful, wonderful things to add on to cards, journaling, mini albums, things like that. I'm trying to do this so you don't get a glare from my light above. So I used a couple things from here. So for the first card, I cut a panel, removed 1 inch from each side, mounted each one on some scrap cardboard onto the base. And this was a banner from that frames and tags. So as Nothing is Impossible. Again, that's just very slightly glued down with a scrap of cardboard beneath, just for a little bit of dimension. And then don't forget, you can always fussy cut elements from your pattern papers. So this little butterfly was from one of the scraps of paper I had left over. I added that to the top of the tag here. You can see I bent the banner a little bit to add some extra dimension. And I think this is just very colorful and fun. This would be great for birthday or just friendship. For the second card, again, just papers from the collection. I decided to feature the Alice standing here somewhat in the center. I used one of the floral frames from the frames and tags set. And then again, fussy cut various butterflies from scraps of paper, added them here, bent the wings just a bit to give a bit more dimension. Added this adorable little cupcake from the frames and tags, as well as this sentiment. This strip here to kind of break up the fact that I couldn't quite put her in the middle, or I would have had to cut into the paper a bit more than I wanted. This dotted piece here was actually one of the cut strips from the bottom of the 12 by 12 paper. You know, they usually have all the details on who makes it and the exact paper pattern name. So that's what I used here. So don't trash those. You'll find creative uses for them. So I used that just beneath here, and then used foam adhesive under the sentiment there. Curiosity leads to adventure. For the tag, this bit with the frame piece out was again in this frames and tags set. And I was trying to creatively figure out a way to use that. I thought about making a shaker, but then I really thought this would be fun as a bookmark. I'm a big reader, and I love everything, again, like I said, Alice. So I fussy cut one of the Alices from a scrap of this paper, and a butterfly from the larger butterfly, and believe it or not, this is a fun trick. Since I was covering pretty large sections of this beautiful butterfly pattern paper with these top panels, I measured out first to see which butterflies would be hidden beneath, and I cut those right out. I poked a hole in the paper and fussy cut a couple butterflies, and you won't even know. I mean, you can't even see that. So this blue butterfly was right here underneath this butterfly panel. So that was cut from there, and then these were from this patterned paper here. And I just layered that all onto the tag. For the window, I wanted to use some of the paper I used on my larger project. I had a scrap of that. And then I layered a full panel of the blue and white, which is the reverse of this floral paper on the back. So this is actually pretty sturdy. It's got several layers of paper here. And this Alice in Wonderland was actually, because that's the name of the collection, was again at the bottom of that 12 by 12 paper. So I thought that was just really fun. And this will be great tucked in a book, either for myself to use, my daughters, or if you wanted to gift the book to somebody, that would be really fun to tuck inside of there. All right, these are some of the cut parts from the 12 by 12. I had started cutting them and I wasn't sure what I wanted to make. There's just so many fun options, but I really hope you like the three-dimensional project I used. I used an SVG from SVG Cuts. I used the collection for last month as well. So if you happen to have it or have purchased it, this is the Teapot from the Tea for You and Me SVG collection. Isn't it awesome? Oh my gosh, I absolutely love it. So it took a bit of time to construct, but it really wasn't too terrible. I tried to place my best panels piece here for the teapot here in the center so that I could frame it. I just flipped one of these frame pieces over so that it was white. It wouldn't compete. It would add more of a focal point to Alice herself on the front. This Tea for You and Me, again, I used colors that would match the overall pattern scheme here. That was also from the collection, but from the tea bag card, I believe. This piece of ephemera here was from the frames and tags. And as you see, the whole thing is covered. I tried to very carefully, this actually lucked out, having the Alice on the top like this. But anyways, that's the whole construction. The whole thing is a box. The lid fits on as you see here. It's fully lined on the inside. And I don't know that I'd put anything too heavy in here, especially, you know, you don't want the bottom to fall out, but it is pretty darn sturdy. I've had chocolates and things inside here. I have it on display on my little pedestal tray thing here. But anyways, so I hope you've enjoyed my projects. There's just so many fun things you can do with these papers, so I hope you can let your imagination fly with this theme. I think that's kind of the whole point, right? Very springy, and just hopefully it'll spark some creativity for you. So again, make sure you visit the rest of the team, the creative ambassadors for Peacecraft Love. They will be linked below. Share some love and make sure you visit peacecraftlove.com and shop in the Alice in Wonderland themed pages. I think you'll find some really cool things to play with. Anyways, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.